Okay, so this is a brief tutorial on being off-grid or being connected to mains power. So currently sitting in our driveway on this reasonable day, Harvey, our RV, is off-grid. So if we were going to use, say, the fridge off-grid, let's just go inside and I'll show you.
Right, so let's get some lights on here. So off-grid, obviously we're relying on the solar generator and whatever juice is in the battery. When we're talking about the fridge, there's no need to touch any of the circuit breakers or check the circuit breakers or the GPO. You just need to turn on the fridge. Now, the fridge may not come on depending on what setting you had last, so you'll have to hold this for 3. Now the fridge has come on. Now, by default, it will find the gas when it's left in auto. Now remember, auto is always best for every situation. Let the fridge determine for itself what it needs to do. You can see that it's in performance mode, and you can see that it's set on roughly about half. While the default setting is auto for gas, if you are running low on gas or you have no gas and you got to get out of a bind, you can actually change it to battery. But just remember that when it's on battery, it will probably go through a little bit more power than you would want to be desired. So it is always best just to leave it in gas, or as they say, leave everything in auto, let it discover for itself what it needs to do. So then obviously you can now see the fridge is on and running. And while we're on grid, off grid, that's all we need to worry about.
Now, if we were needing to be on grid to mains power, you would first need to connect here. Now, in a caravan park or a powered site, that would be 15 amp, and you would just need your 15 amp power cord. But we're at home, and houses only have 10 amp, so for a powered connection to a home or a place where you only have 10 amp power, you will require an adapter. This is an amphibian. So they have a kill switch or a safety breaker, and you plug it in here. So let's get this plugged in. Right. Now, as you can see, it's plugged in. Right, so that's the power connected. A few things come on, like the microwave. But as you can tell, now that we're connected to mains, you've actually got current going into the battery. So therefore you have lights on there. Now that we're connected to mains, to use the fridge as an example, first we'll pop the lights on. So the difference between turning the fridge on when you're connected to mains, so you will still need to turn on the fridge, but before you turn on the fridge, you will need to locate whichever power cord you have going to the fridge. We've labelled ours, so fridge and air conditioning. So we will turn on the fridge, and then we'll come down here. Oops. Now, as you can tell, it has automatically chosen electric or mains because we're connected to mains now. It's as simple as that. So when you're on mains, it should by default choose electric, especially if you've left it in auto. Now, you can actually still try and override that if you wish, if you want to run gas, but there is really no point. And all of the manuals and the people we've spoken to have said, leave the fridge in auto. That's its best function, and it will decide for itself what is best for itself. So as you can see, the fridge is still on half. We're on mains, we are in performance mode, and yes, the fridge is on. So there you go. I hope that solved, or at least enlightened you as to how to get set up for on-grid and off-grid, and using the fridge as an example. Okay, see you next time.